my Vina loves, it's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News. So if this is the part 2. If you have not seen part 1, go ahead and watch part 1. It's all about the love of Rachel and Brian. I did not want to contaminate that video with this mess, so I did not include any of this in part 1. This is why this is part 2. It's going to focus on the drama that Demario once again had to pull himself into, all because he is so desperate for attention and he wants to constantly attach himself to Rachel. So you all know about Demario and all of the disrespectful things he's done. I'm not going to get into it and make this video long. Just click on the playlist, the Bachelorette playlist, and go through those videos and you will see what I'm talking about, with him claiming that she only like white men and all of that when he himself like white women. That's all we've seen. Basically, Demario have constantly disrespected Rachel, and she's always taking the high road. I have yet to see Demario disrespect the Korean chick who launched her own investigation after the show cleared his name for sexual assault, but yet he's hugged up on her, laughing with her, talking about when they go low we go high, quoting Michelle Obama, but yet every chance he gets degrade a black woman. All right, I don't want to throw race into it, but it's true, and these comments you're going to see what I'm talking about. So it all started when Rachel formed some amazing friendships and sisterhood with some of the ladies she was with on The Bachelor next season. Alexis, Raven, and some other girls. They formed this sisterhood. These pictures show that, the caption, all of this show their sisterhood and the bond. These are truly her friends. Yes, I understand there's a difference between reality TV friends, clout chaser as they call them, friends, and people who genuinely love you. But it's also possible to make genuine friendships from weird circumstances or situations. So based on her posting and these girls being invited to her engagement party and being in so much of a close proximity to them, these are or were, I don't know, truly her friends. So now I completely understand as an adult, you can't tell people what to do, what side to pick, who to be friends with. And I understand that sometimes, Mary and Sarah might get along, but, Mary and Chanel don't get along, But if all of you are mutual friends, there have to be some level of respect there. And if someone is just being plain disrespectful, then as friends, all of you bond together and say, listen, man, we are not going to sit around and rock with you and watch you continuously disrespect someone who we consider a friend, who we consider a friend. So get your act together, or we can't rock with you. That's what true friends, normally would do. So I'm not going to post a video here because they have music in it, and I don't have time to be muting music and doing all of that. But basically, it's a short, like not even 15 seconds clip of Demario in the club with Rachel. These girls are Rachel considered close friends. They're in the club, they're hanging out with him, they're doing the thing, whatever. Now, I'm not sure if this tweet that I'm going to read was about any of these girls, but after that video came on his Insta Snap, because I saw it, I captured it and all of that. Nothing to see. It's just really pitch dark, but you can see that it's Demario, and he also added their Instagram name, so you knew it was them. In the video, Rachel then went ahead and hopped on Twitter, and she made a very vague tweet. Okay, she did not mention any names. She simply wrote, "These bachelor friendships are fickle and fleeting. ... loyalty." Okay, so if anything, if anyone, or if any group of people should have taken that as any type of shade, right, it should have been her girlfriends. And Rachel had every right to be in her feelings because, you guys hanging out with a guy who every chance he gets disrespect me, and people kept bringing the color into it, but they're like, yeah, the complexion of their skin is different. So of course Demario put them on the pedestal because you're a black woman. Even though he have a black mother, he does not respect black women as some black men does. So, and I'm not throwing this at every black man. So please, if men, you're watching this, that's not what I'm here. I don't even focus on color or any of that. But from the messages that I'm going to put on here as I talk, and if my talking becomes distracting, just put the video on pause, read what they wrote and then keep it moving. But yeah, but anyways, let's get more into what happened. So Rachel went ahead and made that tweet and hit send, and that was that. And she didn't mention no name. Now, mind you, this idiot is not the only guy from the show. This idiot was only on the show for 2 seconds. He has more beef for being on the show for such a short amount of time compared to the other guys that was there for a long time. The guys who were in the house for a long time don't even tweet or argue or do interviews this much about a woman that they didn't even spend that much time with. If he should be mad at anybody, he should be mad at his ex who came on the show. I don't understand why he's mad at Rachel when he did all of these things to himself. But anyways, after Rachel put that tweet up, of course, Demario is an attention-seeking person, and he knows that whenever his name is associated to Rachel's name, he's gonna get clout. He's gonna get, comments, and people are gonna go on his page, and he's gonna make the news, and that's what he's desperate for. That's the only reason why he did that whole photo op with the girl all over him, even though she had just said that she was a victim of sexual assault. So he goes on his Instagram. He posts a picture of Danny, and I think is that the Adam guy, whatever his name is, and he captioned the post. Now, for some of you who might say, well, he didn't say her name. He didn't have to say the name when he quoted exactly word for word from what Rachel wrote. This is what he wrote. Someone said these bachelor friendships are fickle and fleeting. I disagree. These bachelor friendships got me through a dark time, and I'm grateful for my brothers, sisters, and Bachelor Nation. Hopefully that someone will find real love in paradise next year and stop being petty on social networks. Rose boys, I'm being petty now. I got time today. Whatever else he wrote. Basically saying her love is fake, so that's disrespect to her fiance Brian. Okay, her love is fake, and when she stopped faking her love, she would end up on Bachelor in Paradise. And he wrote, I got time. What he did not realize is that Rachel have her own R&BeeHive. Okay, BeeHive, Beyonce, Rihanna Navy, the Barbs for Nicki Minaj. I've seen those fans go in on people. I've never seen a group of people come together and drag someone in this way. These are the messages as I talk. The way that they drag this man, they drag him so badly and read him for filth to the point where his own mother had to jump in to save him, and then they turn around and drag his mother too. I don't condone some of these messages. I don't condone disrespecting your elders, but they went in on her, and it wasn't on no disrespectful thing. It was just like her tone, right? The way that she responded as a mother. Your son just had on national television, cried, begged America to basically, reconsider the way how they see him and all of that. He's on this path of rebuilding his image. That's what he showed on the show when he was crying about what happened to him, right? But then as his mother, I'm going to go ahead, let me read her response first, and then I would give my input of what I think she should have, how she should have handled it as his mother. So this is an image of his mom, and this is what she wrote. For those who don't like what my son Demario Jackson does or who he's doing it with, stay off his page. I don't give a bleep what your feelings are. My son is grown. Don't start with me. Find yourself a hobby. Why are you so wrapped up in people's lives that you've never met? Stay the bleep off my page and my son's page too. Like, first of all, who are you talking to? This is social media. You don't control what people do. Unless your son decides to put his page on private and block the comment section, he's gonna get this drag. Basically, that's what Rachel fans say. So they let her have it. My thing is, you want to put out this image that your son is not a bad person, right? Your son is not an idiot. And if you hear some noises, I apologize. I'm just shifting my position because this is going to be a little long video. So I'm just getting a little comfortable here so I can bring you guys the message in the best way I can. He's on this path of rebuilding his image, but this is not how you rebuild your image, to constantly come forward and drag a black woman. Okay, yes, I'm gonna keep saying a black woman because all of the other people around him with a different complexion that have disrespect to him, even the girl I keep bringing up, Corinne, I have yet to see him disrespect any of them. Okay, but black men sometimes forget that your mother is black. That's who you came out of, and every chance you get, you constantly disrespect Rachel. You shouldn't disrespect women, period, black or white. He called the other girl his side chick, so it's clear that he doesn't have no respect for women, period. Okay, but anyway, so that's what his mom wrote. And as you can see, before I get too deep into the comments, this is what we were talking about in the last video when Brian X came to his engagement party in Miami, and Josiah that was invited to his personal engagement party, not just the pool party. Now Jubilee was at the pool party with Josiah, but the actual engagement party at his parents' home. Of course, Josiah is not crazy enough to bring her there, and Brian and Rachel wouldn't have approved of that anyways. But he was in their home. Will was in Brian's parents' home. That's how close and how much they trusted them to be around them. But as we were saying in the last video, that they have to be careful and understand who's in their life, to just hold on to the coattail and hold on to the little fame they have, and who's genuinely in their lives for them. So I'm going to list and add pictures of the people who were in the comments. Danny was in there too, making a joke when he knew what was going on. This was disrespectful towards Rachel. Diggy was in the comments, and after he got read for filth and drag all over the place, up and down, and called every name in the book, came back with an apology. I'm going to leave the message right here, and people didn't even accept that and kept going at him. Kenny, who also have a daughter that will break a man's neck if he disrespect his daughter, liked the post and made a comment when he realized, oh, something happened that I had no clue about. His comment is gone. He unliked the post. Eric as well, number 3, the third guy. Eric went ahead and liked the post, had no idea what was going on, came back, read the comments, saw the firestorm. People were dragging him, tagging him into it. He went ahead and unliked the post. But you have the bitter ones. Fred Johnson. Fred, I understand people make mistakes in life. You were a young man, a young boy when Rachel met you, and she said you were rude. And yes, I understand the feeling. She never gave you the chance for something that happened when you were a kid. But of course, he's bitter. So he went and left the emoji on this post disrespecting her. Then of course you have Iggy, the one who couldn't keep his mouth, the snitch, that one, fam forever. So all of them got read and dragged, my goodness, and they are still going. Okay, they are still going. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of the comments that I'm just like. So this one girl, Kalisha, whatever her name is, she wrote, Demario, when you were accused of rape, didn't you make a post like this about Corinne to clear yourself? I would think that would be more life-changing, wouldn't it? But here you are talking about a general post Rachel made about a fickle and fleeting, which could have been mere observation on your part. On TV, in interviews, you literally protected Corinne out of fear for your life. But it's easy to go against Rachel, though, isn't it? So basically, people are just of your terrible press, and Rachel was doing the FB press, and all the media kept trying to get her to denigrate you, and she defended you nonstop, and so on and so forth. So those are the nice ones, the positive comments. I'm sure you guys are seeing these in here. And this is embarrassing. This is another one. This is embarrassing. Thought black on black hate was done and dusted. If we don't love ourselves or each other, how they going to love us? And then of course they start calling him the rapio. I don't condone that part, because you know he didn't rape anybody, and rape is not something you joke about. So I'm not going to go into that. Someone is still looking for the 15 minutes of fame. I see. Let's see if the so-called friends will speak up now. Loser, you would think you will learn to sit down and be humble. Yeah, I mean, Rachel's so-called friends are still partying with this guy, hanging with this guy, making social media posts, you know, about him. And like I said, I get it, but I hope she can now see. I can see clearly now. She can now see clearly that, you know, not everybody is there for her friend and her friends, and to just, you know, move on with her life, and yeah, stay away from certain people because they're just in her life because of the fame that she could bring to them. Carrie _ Insta wrote, funny how Demario sends nothing but love to the white women who tied his name to rape accusations, but continue the attack of black women for shade. He came sideways at her first. Black men are pathetic. These Becky worshiping fools and need to be, well, I don't condone that part about Becky worshiping, but yeah, what he did and said was terrible. All right, and this person wrote, Demario said he got time today, but so does the passionate fans of Rachel. He says her name to be relevant because he's nothing but a washed-up reality star with no substance. You hate black women, so shut up and do you, but this better be the last time you utter her name again. And then this person is just saying, Raven, Jasmine, Dean, Iggy, Diggy, Fred, and whomever else can have you. You're trash. Let them deal with you. As for the rest not mentioned, you better distance yourself from this diarrhea of the mouth having reactive immature man child. Ouch. Welcome to the Demario is dead party. I brought drinks and popcorn. This dude is an embarrassment. Don't forget, a couple of months ago you were crying like a little beat. Ooh, I almost said it, the B word, all day looking at how you act. It won't take much for you to get yourself back into that situation. Next time I hope you go to jail. The names are just out of here. The Ripio, the Thirstio, the Garbage, the No Job. The rape part, I'm gonna take that out because rape is nothing to joke with. But the Thirstio, the Garbage, all of that just had me dying. You are trash. And then for all of the people that saw Rachel friends basically partying with this idiot, they wrote, so Raven, Jasmine, Adam, Matt, Josiah are canceled. We officially don't like them, and since it's petty season, I'm definitely taking back my likes and follows. And this one, I want to read these right here. The fact that he actually thought she was talking about his ugly, dirty self is what's so funny. Who the heck does he think he is? Why Demario is being dragged to hell for and back? He deserves it, but someone who continuously bleep up should be muscle. Where is his father? Maybe if he had a man in his life, he would have become a better person instead of a disgrace. All right, and so the part that really got to me, and I'm gonna leave these here for you guys to read, but people started coming for his mom as well. It's time you talk to your son about appropriate behavior, and this person took it to a different level with the insults. And like I said, I don't condone anyone disrespecting his mom, but she was very disrespectful with her response. A man that feels comfortable degrading a black woman or black women is a scum of the planet. And she tagged his mother. Should be ashamed of yourself that you raised a son that should be spreading love but spend time degrading black women. What type of black woman are you? So After all of the dragging, which I'm going to include more, but I cannot read all of them, this person wrote there, they so jealous of Brian, it's embarrassing. Don't be mad because he got swag and you embarrassed yourself on national television twice in a month. This person wrote, Rachel, please don't respond to Sir Thirst a lot. Yeah, I creative with these memes. And this other person just went in on Kenny, man, because Kenny liked the post. How would you feel if a black man disrespected your black daughter? You know, and I'm sure that basically hit home because Kenny came back and deleted his comment and unliked the post. So what I'm going to say is, at this point I was thinking, you know what, the girls would have talked to him, and after reading all of the comments, I'm sure his feelings were crushed. The videos he posting pretending like he's having fun and he's happy, he's not, because no matter how desperate you are and an attention seeker, he's an insecure man. So these comments crush him. They crush him to the point where his mother had to come to his rescue and leave that long whatever she responded. There was more response from her, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to let you guys read these. And this person wrote, the R&BeeHive in full attack mode. Don't come for the queen and her man, honey, or you will get stung. That's black people for you. Quick to bring another one down, even when she made a general bleep post that had nothing to do with you. Stop hating on Rachel and let her live her life. She isn't bothering you. She isn't bothering anyone, especially after all the bleep you and Eric talked about her dating white guys while you are surrounded by white girls 24/7. Leave her alone. Today I learned not to come for Queen Rachel unless she sent for me, because the R&BeeHive is about that life and would drag my dumb bleep from here to Mars. They did that. Demario is that dude that calls you the B word when you turn his thirsty bleep down. And that's true. He's a very insecure guy, and I completely see where everybody's coming from. But you know, the part that I really like was all of the support, and you know, people just on here, don't ever come for the Queen Rachel again in your life. They call him Deconio or I would drag your bleep to hell and back. Keep the black Queen Rachel name out your mouth and worry about them basic bleep. I'm not going to go into that. You are the definition of a bleep boy, and this is embarrassing. I already read this part about the black on black. All right, well, as you can see, he made Brian his MCM. He was in his house. He was at Brian's parents' house. He was at the engagement party and all of that, dancing. Will clearly knew that this post was about Rachel. Brian is his friend. He's that close to Brian that he was invited into the man's mother home, okay, for the engagement party. But instead of him defending Brian and saying, come on, man, D, we all support you, but this is not the way to go, or calling his friend, instead he comes on the post, he put the, you know, sipping tea emoji and whatever, and he got dragged to hell and back as well. You know, I just feel like hopefully everything that happened have opened Rachel and Brian's eyes to know that these people are not really their friend, and that they're just holding on to the little relevancy they have from the show. But what I love so much is that Brian's like me when it comes to hurting attention seekers' feelings. Like, I'm the queen of that, because people who attack and come after you, they are desperately wanting you to respond. So they want a reason to keep attacking you, and when you don't give them that, it's hurtful, because they feel like, man, I'm worthless, right? Like, I'm worthless to the point where she's not even acknowledging me. No one is worthless. I'm talking about evil people, bullies, okay? I love the fact that even if something is affecting Brian, He's not going to give you the satisfaction to think that your words have any power over his smile, his life, his positivity. This man have yet to respond to any hater, have yet to even acknowledge any nonsense. And when he does, he do it in such a classy way that you're like, hold up, he just shaded every single one of them and shut them down. But in a way where he is uplifting his queen. And you know what? That's the reason why she fell in love with him, and I'm wishing them nothing but the best, because his eyes was on Rachel, and that's it. And that's all he does, man. He does not spend or waste his time going back and forth with strangers on the internet, man. It's all about his queen. He knew that she had a bad day. Okay, she had a bad day. I'm sure she saw people she considered her friends, her sisters, in that club with that man, and she probably broke down to her man. Like, I can't, believe. I don't think she did this, but probably she did. And then with them being tagged constantly, I'm sure they saw all the dragging and the back and forth. And so what does he do? He posts this image, and I'm sure you guys saw the video in part 1 of how he was just admiring her. How cute was that, right? And so he posted this image and he wrote, just wanted to give a shout out to my fiance for doing a phenomenal job on Texas game day. I couldn't be more proud. I love you. Living the dream. Making money moves. I don't dance now. I make money moves. Okay, let me stop. Cardi B. Stay focused. Yep. Nothing else matter. Shade. And I love it. Because the way how he throws shade is in a way, when I read the last episode of the shade Rachel threw that person, true that the shade she threw to that person, but it was so professional and so eloquent the way that she did it that you have to think twice and say, hold up, did she just, she read somebody without using that one curse word, like no profanity. Yeah, that's how I shade people. Brian is like, I'm staying focused. Nothing else matter. Basically saying, let the immature little boys be boys. Let the fame attention-seeking boys be fame attention-seeking boys. We happy over here. My fiance, the love of my life. I'm good. We're good. We're making money moves. While y'all stay on social media. Okay, sorry for the clicking. While you stay on social media, we're over here making money moves and living our life and on national television while you're on Instagram throwing shade at a woman and you're supposed to be a man, a grown man at that. Who does that? So I love the fact that no matter, what it is, that he's always there for her. He always find, the right words to say. The last time this happened, I read the what he posted. He was there for her again. He shut it down. So I love how he loved her and how he focused on her and don't get involved with all of that mess. She responded, I love you, babe. Thank you for being by my side and always having my back. Your support is everything. You make me better. Oh, how sweet. And people had nothing. Demario is really going to have to be a sick person to ever come for Rachel again after what happened, because I know people say all press is good press, but after he saw, he went as far as creating a fake page to clap back at Rachel fans, but after seeing how these people went in on him and went hard for her, I'm sure and to the point where they even drag and curse at his mother, I'm sure that he learned a valuable lesson that it's not worth it. Especially with someone who just cried on TV trying to adjust his image. He got the attention that he was seeking, that he wanted. He didn't get the attention that he wanted, the top attention he wanted. He was expecting her to jump back on Twitter, respond and engage, because that would have gained more press. She did not give him that satisfaction. I love that. And as I was talking, I included some more of what Rachel fans had to say, and this video is way long, but at least now you guys have an insight of what happened. I'm wishing this young man well, with all of the hateful things he's done. I'm praying for him and hoping that he gets it together. I would hate to see another young man, another black man get himself in a situation where his life is a waste. So I'm wishing him well. Of course, I'm wishing Rachel and Brian nothing but the best. Brian, you are amazing for always standing up for your woman, and as you should, and that's how you should be. And I'm wishing you all an amazing day, my Vina loves. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.